Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another review on Headliners Hinteregger. I hope I've said that right. We'll be going through this card, his details, his stats, his traits, some of the clips that I got with him, as well as our usual summary at the end. But before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to note below, and comment down below what your thoughts are on this card, and who else you guys would like me to review. Now let's get into the review. This is the team I used him in, guys. I played him solely at the centre back slot. I didn't move him around there. He fit really well in that squad, especially next to Limer and Liner. Guys, first impressions of this card. Absolutely sensational value. He's not the quickest centre back, he's not the strongest centre back, he's not even the best technically, but what you do pay for is what you get: good size, good tackling, good defensive reading, the rest of that as well. So actually guys, I was thoroughly impressed with this card for what I paid for it. Really happy with how this card played considering. Getting into the card, 6 foot tall, high medium work rates, left footed, 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, 5 games played, and of course no goals or assists. Did get a couple of headers off corners, but we'll see those during the clips as well. Guys, straight off the bat here, the one thing to note is his high medium work rates. That is kind of poor for a centre back. You can see though on the face of the card the overall split of the stats: 76, 75, 73, 68, 86, and 87. So it's not a bad split between the card. I would prefer that his shooting was a little lower and his dribbling was a bit higher. But otherwise, guys, I think this card is absolutely sensational in terms of his overall stats to value. He of course plays in the Bundesliga Austrian link, so you've got a link to that Fries Limer if you have that card as well. David Alaba of course plays in that league too, so you've got some nice links you can chuck in there. We'll have a look more in that in the summary. And of course I put a chemistry style on him. The shadow chemistry style was the one I applied to him at the time. Of course I've taken that off now again, because I wanted to take that back to basic again to show you guys the stats. Here again we can have a look at the stats, the key cons and pros of the card. Con: 70 acceleration. They've got the sprint speed and the acceleration the wrong way around in this one. Well, they haven't, but this one has it wrong. His agility is pretty low as well, and his balance is low too, so I wouldn't recommend trying to move around with this card. Get the ball out, use the passing, which is pretty decent actually. 91 long passing, one of the strengths of this card. 75 short passing, pretty decent as well. Overall his defensive stats are pretty solid as well, but his physical stats: 89 strength, 87 aggression, 91 jumping, really good in that department, and 89 heading accuracy. So we do win a lot of headers with this guy and keep things tidy at the back in the air. Finally, getting into the player traits: dives into tackles, long passer, and long shot taker. I didn't take any long shots with him because I couldn't really create the space with him, given how slow he was on the ball. Long passing, he's absolutely fantastic at it. You'll see some clips of that as we get in further into the review. Dives into tackles, I didn't really notice that too much, guys. I actually found this card really good. Most of the time I was taking manual control of him, so I could command the line of my defense and run around with him and chase the ball wherever I needed to. So I didn't really notice too many cons of this card. Even the work rates, I found them absolutely fine. He didn't seem to bomb on that much, to be honest. That is all for this. So now without further ado, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into some of Martin Hinteregger's clips here, you can see overall, guys, really solid in the tackle, really good at blocking shots, just a really good centre back in general for me actually. Considering his value is only just above 20k, I thought this card was terrific value in terms of what you're getting. You know, you're not paying over the odds for a crazy good centre back, but you're paying for a decent one, and that's exactly what he is. You can see in all of these clips again, closing down pretty pacey strikers. Great tackle there, such a solid tackle, really hard in the tackle there, and maybe that's the dives into tackles part there which makes it more effective. Again, lovely block there against the striker. Here we'll see his aerial ability, again winning that ball above Fries Mane, and that was a really lovely header there. A good block here. We do get a bit unlucky with how the ball bounces out, trying to play out here and we get caught, but again he's there in the way, getting his foot in and getting a solid tackle in. Again, now we're chasing around Anderson Talisca, tried to close out the ball, and there we go. Strength takes him off the ball nice and easy and gets away with it again as well. There, good positioning again. Unfortunately, we get done with the foul, but his positioning is actually really good, guys. Again, another foul there, but his positioning stops the ball from getting any further in case you need to get out of a situation. Again, they're fantastic positioning, and that's really one of the things that I loved about this card, was that when I wanted to take control of him in the defensive sector, he was always ready, he was always there, and you would more often than not come out with the ball because he is so strong, so big and powerful. He just needs a couple of pace upgrades for me actually, and a dribbling upgrade, and that would really be a perfect centre back for the Bundesliga teams. Overall as well, his passing was pretty tidy as well, getting the ball out of the defence and playing some simple passes. Again, you can see I'm chasing around with him, and this is what I mean about the manual defending. I took control of him and managed to play around with him and use that defending to my advantage. Again, lovely slide tackle there. And it's over and over again. You'll just see loads and loads of blocks, tackles, things like that. And although I am conceding goals, For the most part, he wasn't at fault for a lot of them. It turned out to be, a lot of it turned out to be Amavi out of the left back. Look at that crunching tackle there as well. He really does. He keeps things tight at the back. You can always close down. And here's Puskás again. Nice strong tackle in there, taking the ball away from him. Again here, sliding in, gets a lovely tackle in there. And in this final clip, guys, you're going to see a bit of the passing too. Wins the ball here of Puskás. We take it out. Nice little bit of dribbling there, good bit of speed. And we turn and play this lovely ball out to Dembele. What a pass. So guys, getting into the final Martin Hinteregger card review, 27k on the PlayStation, 26k on the Xbox. Overall stats pretty decent actually. We went through this earlier as well. The face of the card is pretty good. I again put a shadow on him, so that really boosted his defending and pace stats here. As you guys can see, shadow chemistry style there. His pace does get a nice boost, his sprint speed is good there, defending is really good there. Or I would be tempted to do something that boosted his dribbling. You guys again can have a look through those chemistry styles at will and see what that does for you as well. In terms of his price, guys, he has come from 35k down to 25, so not really much of a drop. I wouldn't expect this card to rise much to be honest. This isn't one that you're going to be investing in to make a lot of money unless he does get a couple of informs, in which case we are looking at a card that could be very, very special here. So again, keep your eye on that price depending on whether he gets some special cards back. In terms of his similar players, we'll get into it here. They've put David Alaba, that's definitely not correct. Someone who's a bit more solid in the tackle, someone who's a bit bigger in the tackle as well. Maybe similar to Sergio Ramos there. Not the quickest defender, but a very, very good defender nevertheless. Very strong, very big, powerful defender in the tackle there as well. In terms of his links, guys, finally, we saw some of them right there as well. He, of course, has the perfect link to Ilsanker, but he does have some links to Limer, Alaba, Sabitzer storyline if you did take that card, Andre Silva as well. So you've got some nice players you can link to there in terms of building a good team around him too. Finally, guys, would I recommend buying this card? If you want a budget centre-back and you are building a Bundesliga team, then yes, I would recommend this card. I think it's a very good card, very good at what he does. Keep it simple with him and you'll have yourself a nice cheap centre-back that hopefully, when he gets a couple of informs, will be very, very good for you guys. And yeah, hopefully some of you try him out and enjoy him. That is it for the review, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, please do smash that like button, and until next time, I'll see you all in a bit.